If you want to be perfect, go, sell what you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me." That was Christ's answer to the rich young ruler who wanted to know what he should do to gain eternal life. Now, what did Jesus want from the young man? He wanted all. It is interesting to note that when the young man went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions, Jesus did not run after him, saying, "Hey, come back, relax. I was speaking in parables. You must just bring in your tithes and offerings, and that's fine." No. Money had become a god in that young man's life, and only a complete surrender would be acceptable. If we read the Bible honestly, we will conclude that God does want everything. One day, as a mother of 5 listened to a sermon, she decided to give everything she had as a sacrifice for God's cause. Upon returning home, she searched among her belongings for something she could give away, only to find that, in her extreme poverty, she couldn't dispose of anything useful or valuable. Suddenly, her attention was drawn to her precious 5 children, 3 girls and 2 boys. She went to her room and prayed, "Lord, I do not have material riches that can be used for your cause, but I do have 5 children. Right now, I dedicate them to the missions. Use them as missionaries." A few years later, all her children were serving God's cause as missionaries. Ellen White helps us understand this concept by saying that, at the moment of success, when the nets were filled with fish and the impulses of the old life were strongest, Jesus asked the disciples at the sea to leave all for the work of the gospel. So every soul is tested as to whether the desire for temporal good or for fellowship with Christ is strongest. It is true. God expects us to surrender all. Our tithe and promise offerings are just a token, a reminder, and an expression of that complete dedication to Him. As we return them now, may we put our desires last and God first.